Hi, it's time for another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Valentine card. The idea for the card is taken from a tutorial by Vian Lee at their channel Vianney Creates. I leave her link down below. I really love the fold of her card, and it was that fold that inspired me to make this. Let's start. To make this card you need a piece of cardstock measuring 6 x 12 inches. You need 4 pieces of coordinating cardstock measuring 5 3 1/4 x 3 inches, 5 3 1/4 x 2 3/4, 4 1/2 x 3 3/4, 3 1/2 x 2 3/4 inches. You need 2 pieces of cardstock measuring 5 1/2 x 2 1/2 and 5 1/2 x 2 inches. This paper comes from a free paper pack from Papercraft Essential called Sweet Vicious. Other things you need to make this card is a piece of white cardstock where you will write your message, a stamped picture with the sentiment. This comes from the free stamp set by Adam Prescott for the Card Making and Papercraft magazine, and the stamp comes from the same stamp set. I'm also gonna use a whole bunch of different flowers, some half pearls, and a couple of punched hearts. And I'm going to use Martha Stewart's Heartlight Punch. Let's start. To make the card base, take the 6 x 12 inch piece of cardstock, score it at 3 inches, at 6 inches, and at 9 inches you will score about 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom up. Then you're gonna cut from the 3 inch, then you're gonna cut from the 3 inch to the 9 inch, about 1 inch down from the top and 1 inch up from the bottom. Then you fold the part between the end and the 3 inches towards you. The middle part is going to go up like a mountain, and the 2 top and bottom is going to go down like two valleys. The tip is, when you actually gonna do the creases for these lines, you do it after you have put it down, because then you can flatten out the front side. And there you have your card base. Now to the decorating part. We start with the inside and work ourselves forwards to the front. Take the 5 3/4 and 2 3/4 piece of cardstock and the 5 1/2 x 2 1/2 piece of pattern paper and lay them together. So now it's correct, and lay them together. I have distressed the edges of the pattern papers with spun sugar. The glue I'm using to mattening and layering is the Crafty Companion tape pen. And now we're gonna continue on with the place where I'm gonna put my message, and that is the back side of the mountain. I have stamped the paper with some swirls from a free stamp set from the Homemade magazine, and then I have distressed it with some spun sugar also. Now to the border. I'm gonna use these teeny tiny cute flowers, and in the center I'm gonna put one of these half pearls in a slightly smaller size than the ones I have on the back side. Now that the border is done, we're gonna start with the front side. What we're gonna start with is to punch a heart border onto this piece of cardstock, the 3-inch piece of cardstock, and the Martha Stewart punches cut away about 1/4 of an inch, and I have put that into the measurements for this piece. So if you have another punch you're gonna use, you have to recalculate the values for the front piece matting. Here's the lace border, and now we're gonna layer the pieces. This is gonna be the backdrop for our stamp and our sentiment, so I'm gonna attach that too. To attach my stamp and my sentiment, I'm gonna use these little pillows because they're better. I have found that I feel that they're better for the bigger. This little sentiment is going to act like a little thought bubble for the bunny. So I'm going to take these small hearts. They're actually the end. They are the heart that's come out when you punch your borders, like these. But I'm going to use the white ones. I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of flower composition right in the corner here. So just put some glue on that, press it down, just layer. These are white flowers that I have used some distress ink on, some spun sugar. I'm gonna finish this off with a little pearl, and that's the end. And the card is